Alrighty, welcome back. We are on episode number 13 of Divinity Original Sin Part 2, the Definitive Edition. Last episode, we continued exploring Fort Joy. We recruited the Red Prince into the group and began looking around here. We found a burial mound, a secret. We dug it up and got attacked. And then we found another burial mound, not a burial mound, another mound, and dug that up and got a unique bow out of that. The Darling bow. I may have said daring bow when I looked at it. It was actually Darling bow. And then we found this camp here. So we're going to go ahead and use that, see what happens. Alright. So we're going to combine this with a kitchen pot. And that creates a cooking station. So, cooking station, campfire, and a cooking pot. We actually used a kitchen pot, so... Anyway. So now we can cook. So this opens up a whole nother line of recipes. So let's combine and take a look at our ingredients. Okay, so let's cook an egg. That creates a dinner. Dinner, 1 AP, 2 strength, heals 20%, duration 6 turns, best served to a pleasant companion alongside a glass of something fresh. Alright, then we have our cold Rivellon fries. We'll go ahead and put those up. Rivellon fries, 1 AP, 2 Constitution, heals 20%, duration 6 turns. With Rivellon fries at the ready, you'll have more friends than the man with many cheeses. That's hilarious. Alright. Raw lumpy giblets. Combine that. That also creates a dinner. Okay. Let's take a raw mutton. Combine that. And that also creates a dinner. Let's take a raw rabbit. Combine that. That also makes a dinner. Let's take a potato. That creates a boiled potato. Okay. So let's do that. Let's go to the recipes. So if we go to food now, I can create a dinner with an egg. So we'll create that. I can create 7 dinners with 7 meats. Down here at the bottom, you see this section here. You can pick how many you want to craft. So we'll craft all 7. So we can make cups of water if we wanted to. We can make a cold mashed potatoes. Apparently I have a hammer now. So we can make cold mashed potatoes. So we can make mashed potatoes, a boiled potato, and any milk. Create mashed potatoes. We can make the cold fry, or we can make a cold mashed potatoes. So mashed potatoes, let's see what mashed potatoes are. Type. Mashed potatoes. 2 strength, 10% heals. But Rivellon fries are 2 constitution and 20% heals. So it's better to carve up the potatoes to make Rivellon fries. So we do cold fries. potatoes. Okay. So now we go here. So if we take a dinner, let's see, red snapper and chubfish. Let's combine that with that. So dinner. So we have another recipe. That was chubfish. No, that was red snapper. Now we do chubfish. Creates another dinner. So food. Any fish plus a boiling pot gives us a dinner. Okay. So sort type go. Come back here. So if we take a dinner and add a bottle of beer to the dinner, we pick up Dwarven Stew, 1 AP, 1 strength, 20% heals, duration 6 turns. This simple gristly dish is considered a fine dessert among Dwarven circles. So notice that the dinner is better than the Dwarven Stew by 1 strength. Yet, you have to have 2 ingredients to make the Dwarven Stew. So, it should have been better than the dinner. It makes absolutely no sense. And it didn't make any sense in part 1, and they did it in part 1 too. Alright, so if we take a bottle of water in a dinner, we take a bottle of wine at dinner. Okay. What if we do a... I don't think any of these will have any kind of effect with it. The mug of beer probably will. Yeah, it creates another Dwarven Stew. A mug of wine, a mug of water. Okay, so... that's that. Out of curiosity, can we make garlic potatoes? You would think you could do that. You would think that you could do that. So now we have an empty mug. What happens if we take this empty mug and take a bottle of wine? We create a mug of wine. 1 AP, effects unknown for the refined oleophile. Alright. We have 2 empty bottles. So if we take an empty bottle and beer bottle, bottle of water. If we take a mug of wine, mug of water, mug of beer. Okay. Alright. Interesting. Empty bottle. Okay. What if we take a cup and a bottle of wine? Create a glass of wine, 1 AP, effects unknown, a simple vintage with notes of almond, cinnamon, and the winemaker's wasted youth. Okay. I believe we've already done that. Let's go with a bottle of water and an empty cup. That creates a cup of water, okay. But now we're getting empty bottles. We can use those at some point, I think. Alright, let's do that. Okay, so that's that. Alright, let's go down cooking station. Let's head down here and talk to Fane, who is somewhere beyond this. secret passage that we found. Notice how you're walking through an area you can't see, but you can see through it. They make a little circle for the... Yeah. So you can see the characters.
I wonder where this leads.
Wonder where this leads. Fane. Dead human. And a bunch of poison. And a poison barrel. Too much to carry. Okay, let's stick that over there somewhere. What do we have here? Great. Identifying glass. 2 AP. Peer... What is that noise? Peer through this closely to analyze and classify equipment. It's as good as the skill of the one who holds it. Wooden pitchfork. Spear. 2 AP. More damage than my two-handed mace. Trusty friend of the harvesting farmer. The pitchfork is also an ally of rampaging serfs. Grants all in. I might be using that. Oh, primitive harpoon recipe. You found an identifying glass. If your lore master ability is high enough, you'll be able to identify items. Press right mouse button on any unidentified item and select identify. Before we do anything more than that, let me take him here. Light all of that shit up. Uh-oh. Coral and Unis? Coral and Unis. Alright, combine that wooden pitchfork. Oh, we can combine it. Yeah, combine that with the ooze barrel. Alright, so that's better than what I have. Sounds like a storm's passing through my area now. Hopefully it doesn't knock me offline. Alright, dead human. Alright, so the poison's taken care of. It's Fane's over here. Let's take a look at what's going on over this way. Coral sniffling. Oh, there's some vines up here. Alright, let's see what's going on. Coral sobbing. They both have source collars on.
Mama!
Alright. Calling for a mama. We have double rainbow and an ornate chest. Huh. Doesn't look like you can get up there. Maybe you can get it from below? Dead elf down here. So I guess you can come up here somehow and get it. Alright. So we're here. Can't reach. Tree trunk. Cavern hole. That's by the dead elf. Huh. Alright. Well, we can't get over there. Alright, let us save this and talk to Fane, see what he's doing with this dead human.
As the alcove opens up, you see the same skeleton that you met on the boat before it sank. He's still not wearing his mask. He's leaning over a corpse, prodding and pulling at the skin of its face.
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed to... Oh. Perhaps...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply upwards. After a few more tugs at the man's cheeks, the skeleton relents, letting the head drop to the ground with a damp thud.
Damnation. That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor?
I'll politely, curiously ask what he's doing. Tell him to get the hell away from that body.
Ah! No! Stay back! Don't... Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected.
We're buoyant. Alright. Tell him he shouldn't hang around here too long. It doesn't seem safe. Nod towards the corpse. Anything valuable there? Ask what his business is with that body. Admit that you're surprised to find him here. Why did he head for a prison island?
It seems the human that stole my mask was rather more resourceful than I gave her credit for. I chased her here, but she rather seems to have given me the slip. Thus...
He turns back to the body, prodding at its face cautiously.
Ask what his business is with that body.
Why, its face, of course. What other use would I have for some rotting corpse? A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull. I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the body. I could then craft a mask to hide my bone. But as I lack such a tool...
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
Take your leave. Inquire about his skull. You've never seen one carved like that. And why is this so urgent? This is a prison. It's not like he's going anywhere. Ask why he needs to make a mask. Inquire about his skull. You've never seen one carved like that.
Carved? Please. You hardly think I am one of your breed, do you? You have never seen anything like it because you have never met anyone like me. Simply put, I am an eternal, and you are not. You have my sympathies.
An internal.
Indeed, no one seems to have the good taste to be. My people are rather absent. At least from this realm. As for the others, well, there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my answers.
An eternal? What is that? Some sort of cult? Ask why he's still here if his people have vanished. Where does he think his people are? In some other realm? So it seems like that option skipped out on a lot of other options. Okay.
I could then craft a mask to hide my bone. But as I lack such a tool...
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
Okay. Ask why he needs to make a mask.
Because my own was stolen from me. And the idea of being chased across Rivellon by every idiot with a torch does not appeal. Oh, get away! Monster! Hide the children! Oh. You are simple beasts. And you simply do not like my... Well, not my kind, but those that look like me. So, if I am to traverse this land, I will need a mask to disguise my features.
Tell him that he's washed up on the shores of Fort Joy. This is a prison. He's not traversing anything. Look at him closely. What does he mean? Not his kind. Ask how exactly he makes a mask once he has the face. Tell him that he's washed up on the shores of Fort Joy. This is a prison, he's not traversing anything.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I have important things to do on Reaper's Coast. I cannot simply sit about waiting for the rest of you to die so I may continue my business in peace. No, I may be an eternal, but my patience has its limits. Indeed, I may be the only eternal. My people seem rather absent. At least from this realm. As for the others, well, there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my answers.
So, it's sounding like a lot of these options you're not going to get to see again. Ask why he needs to make a mask.
Because my own was stolen from me. And the idea of being chased across Rivellon by every idiot with a torch does not appeal. Oh, get away! Monster! Hide the children! Oh. You are simple beasts. And you simply do not like my... well, not my kind, but those that look like me. So, if I am to traverse this land, I will need a mask to disguise my features.
Ask how exactly he makes a mask once he has the face.
Oh, please. It is far too complicated. It requires more finesse than can be achieved by a rock tied to a stick, which I assume is your oeuvre.
Oeuvre. I've heard that word before, but I don't remember what it means. Oeuvre. A substantial body of work constituting the life work of a writer, an artist, or a composer. Okay.
No, but once I have extracted the required material from this specimen, it will all be rather simple. And then I can return to finding my people. I cannot be the last Eternal. The rest of them are somewhat absent. At least from this realm. As for the others, well, there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my answers.
Okay. So, yeah, there's a lot of mutually exclusive options here, huh? So let's go back to where we haven't entered conversation with him at all. Let's go back to his initial setup. Alright, I don't want to do that this way. I really don't. I don't want to sit there and reload every option, so I'm going to start sticking to one option, I think. Let's see, will he talk to the Red Prince?
As the alcove opens up, you see the same skeleton that you met on the boat before it sank. He's still not wearing his mask.
Okay, recruiting companions. Some characters prefer to talk to your avatar. If the avatar is near, the conversation will start with them automatically. Understood. So that begs the question now, what happens if they aren't near? Okay, so go back to here. So now I want to split up and see if he has something to say. Alright. Let's get me avatar. Let's throw me over here in front of this. Right here. And then talk to him with the Red Prince.
I humbly request your pardon, but I do not address lackeys or pack animals. If the head of your troop wishes to speak to me, they should do so themselves.
Okay. lackeys. He's calling the Red Prince a lackey or a pack animal. Okay, so now try it.
As the alcove opens
Okay.
up, you see the same skeleton that you met on the boat before it sank. He's still not wearing his mask.
All right.
He's leaning over a corpse, prodding and pulling at the skin of its face.
Bugger. How on earth am I supposed to... Oh. Perhaps...
Skeletal fingers reach down and grip the skin of the dead man's face, pulling sharply upwards. After a few more tugs at the man's cheeks, the skeleton relents, letting the head drop to the ground with a damp thud.
Damnation. That stuck fast. I wonder, does the beard act as some form of anchor?
All right. Tell him to get the hell away from that body.
Ah! No! Stay back! Don't... Oh, it's you. I must admit I'm surprised. Perhaps you're more buoyant than I suspected.
All right. Admit that you're surprised to find him here. Why did he head for a prison island?
It seems the human that stole my mask was rather more resourceful than I gave her credit for. I chased her here, but she rather seems to have given me the slip. Thus...
He turns back to the body, prodding at its face cautiously.
All right. Ask what his business is with that body.
Why, its face, of course. What other use would I have for some rotting corpse? A face that seems rather stubbornly attached to his skull.
I would normally employ a tool to delicately but viciously rip the face from the body.
I could then craft a mask to hide my bone. But as I lack such a tool...
The skeleton grabs the corpse by the cheeks and pulls hard, grunting in frustration as the body's skin holds firm.
All right. Ask why he needs to make a mask.
Because my own was stolen from me. And the idea of being chased across Rivellon by every idiot with a torch does not appeal. Oh, get away! Monster! Hide the children! Oh. You are simple beasts. And you simply do not like my... Well, not my kind, but those that look like me. So, if I am to traverse this land, I will need a mask to disguise my features.
Ask how exactly he makes a mask once he has the face.
Oh, please. It is far too complicated. It requires more finesse than can be achieved by a rock tied to a stick, which I assume is your oeuvre. No, but once I have extracted the required material from this specimen, it will all be rather simple. And then I can return to finding my people. I cannot be the last Eternal. The rest of them are somewhat absent. At least from this realm. As for the others... well, there is an excavation site at the Black Pit's oil fields. Perhaps there I'll find my answers.
Okay. Eternal Black Pit's oil fields. An Eternal? What is that? Some sort of salt? Some sort of cult? Ask why he's still here if his people have vanished. Where does he think his people are? In some other realm? Sounds like he needs a companion. Ask if he'd like to travel with you. Wish him well and leave. An Eternal? What is that? Some sort of cult?
A cult? Hardly. We were a race that existed before the idea of race was needed. We were all one. I could ask you to imagine an Eternal as a creature of incredible intelligence and skill. But I fear the limits of your imagination would not do us justice. We studied the mysteries of the universe. We created works of great art. We disappeared. But I will find them. Wherever they are, I will find them. We will have our world again.
Alright. Ask him why he's still here if his people have vanished.
Well, that hardly seems relevant. But if you must know, I was inconvenienced for a time.
Inconvenience.
Several centuries, in fact. Or perhaps millennia. One tends to lose track.
I was sealed in a tomb for daring to be curious about the world. It seems our king did not agree that the universe should be explored to its full potential. Perhaps I should thank him. It seems I was spared whatever happened to the others. I wonder if flowers would be appropriate.
Where does he think his people are? In some other realm?
Ah, well, that is the curious thing. They are clearly absent from this world, and yet they are everywhere. Every one of your races resembles them in some manner, and the statues you have built to your gods look remarkably familiar. Perhaps my people have ascended to some new realm, or perhaps your gods are merely a folk memory. Regardless, they are not here, but I will find them, wherever they are. I will find them.
Wish him well and leave.
Yes, yes, do feel free to call. By which I mean shout loudly. I do not want you sneaking up on me again. You again? Can't you see I'm rather busy?
He lifts the corpse's eyelids, peering underneath.
It could be worse, although they could certainly be better.
Say that you need a traveling companion. Would he like to come with you?
I suppose, circumstances being what they are, it could be advantageous. You seem more at ease in this world than I. A guide would certainly be useful.
Nah, it could work out well for both of you. Actually, you think you might be better off alone now?
Really? Really? Better off alone than with... Oh. Very well. There's no accounting for taste, I suppose. Or sense.
Okay.
You again? Can't you see I'm rather busy?
He lifts the corpse's eyelids, peering underneath.
It could be worse, although they could certainly be better.
Say that you need a traveling companion. Would he like to come with you?
I suppose, circumstances being what they are, it could be advantageous. You seem more at ease in this world than I. A guide would certainly be useful.
Nah, it could work out well for both of you.
Excellent. While we are conversing, perhaps you notice that I am rather skilled in, well, all things. Of course, the arcane arts are my little speciality, but being a brilliant wizard does not mean I cannot handle blade or bow. So, which do you require for this enterprise of yours?
Alright, let's save this. Let's see what his basic class is. Assure him that a wizard suits you perfectly well.
I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Now, shall we get on? There is rather a lot to see.
So you've changed your mind.
If I had your mind, I'd rather wish I could change it too. But very well. Do take your time.
Assure him that a wizard suits you perfectly well.
I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Now, shall we get on? There is rather a lot to see.
Nah, that settles it.
Splendid. Very well. Let's be off.
Okay, we have another. Okay, so tutorials. Advanced party management. Split the party by dragging the riches away from one another, breaking the chain that connects them. Create groups in your party by dragging those portraits together. So drag him out, and you can do that and create two groups. Alright. Let's see what his default class is. So he comes with tattered hood, and improvised wands, hand-woven hand wraps, prisoner's boots, source collar, tattered bear gown, threadbare pants. He has intelligence 13, constitution 12. He has Geomancer, Pyrokinetic, and Lore Master with Far Out Man. Okay. So no, that's not what I want of him. Alright. So I'm pretty sure I know exactly what I'm going to do with him. Alright. Say you're interested in someone with an affinity for the arcane arts. Ask if he knows much magic.
Much magic? I was controlling the powers of the universe while your people were still... doing whatever it is you used to do. What speciality would you prefer?
Alright. So these are all the same options that we saw with the Red Prince. Okay, so say you've changed your mind.
If I had your mind, I'd rather wish I could change it too. But very well. Do take your time.
Say you're interested in someone with a little muscle. Ask if he has any martial experience. Asking the skeleton if he has a little muscle.
Someone with a little muscle?
Yeah.
Really? I am adept as any in the fine art of hitting people with sticks. But what exactly are you looking for?
Say you've changed your mind.
If I had your mind, I'd rather wish I could change it too. But very well. Do take your time.
Say you're interested in someone with a little finesse. Ask if he's comfortable in the dexterous arts.
Ah, you seek a more subtle approach. How surprisingly civilized. Very well. What do you require?
Alright, so let's go with, say you're looking for someone who doesn't mind getting their hands dirty, picking a few locks, stabbing a few backs. A rogue would fit the bill.
I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Now, shall we get on? There is rather a lot to see.
Nah, that settles it.
Splendid. Very well. Let's be off.
Alright, let's see if that's what we want. Alright, so he comes with 13 finesse, 12 constitution, 1 in dual wielding, 2 in scoundrel, 2 in sneaking. Sneaking. I want thievery. And then he comes up with a pawn. Incompatible with executioner. I don't think I want that. I think I would much rather have executioner. Yes, so no, I don't want to make him a rogue build like that. Shit. Alright. We're gonna have to figure out another way of doing that. So let's go with, say you're looking for someone exceedingly subtle, the kind of person who could pick a pocket, then retreat to the shadows and throw a spell or two. A Shadow Blade would do. Now it's interesting, this one says pick a few locks, but the only way to pick the lock is to have thievery, and they didn't give it thievery. So this description is not valid. Let's do the Shadow Blade would do.
I could do that with one hand behind my spine. Now, shall we get on? There is rather a lot to see.
Nah, that settles it.
Splendid. Very well. Let's be off.
Alright, 60 recipes. 32 journal updates. Alright, let's see. So, Shadow Blade, Finesse, Wits, Scoundrel, Polymorph. That's familiar. Okay. Thievery, that works. And Gorilla. Okay. Not all that impressive, but not as bad as locking myself into not having Executioner. So this is the template we're going to go with. He's going to be a dual wielder though. Alright, so what does she have? No, what does he have? He can backstab. Let's switch up. Let's give him this cracked sword. Let's give him the shiv. Combine that one with that. Okay, so we have that and that. Alright. This, save this for a minute. Let's look at his log. Fane. Escape the island. Last of the Eternals. Fane believes the Black Pits on Reaper's Coast hold clues to his people's fate. Then he has to make a brave face of it. Craft a new mask. Until he finds his mask or makes a new one, Fane needs to keep his skeletal face covered. Fane needs to find a face ripper, or find someone who can make one. And then these. I think it's bugged when it does that. Alright. Let's go ahead and... Oh. In fact, let's look at this for a minute. We talk to him. What's his attitude? Oh, that's his attitude towards Fane. If I click on him and click it, it's gonna be... So his attitude is 7 towards me. What is Fane's attitude? 5. So I'm assuming the red print started as 5 too. Alright, so let's talk to Fane.
Is it not enough that you travel with me? Must you speak too? Go on then, bark away. Let's see if we can find any method in it.
Ask Fane what our next move should be.
Well, I thought a brief swim in the sea, lying in the sun for a while, and maybe read a nice book. Or, perhaps, and this is just a thought, we could find my mask and escape this wretched island.
Alright, so he has a sardonic sense of humor. Alright. Let's say, you seem very alien to Fane. You must seem very alien to Fane. Ask what he thinks of your people.
Oh, I think of them as little as possible. As much, I imagine, as you think of gadflies that buzz about you. Not that there is anything wrong with you, of course, just that you're, well, not all that impressive.
Alright, you disagree. Elves are superior to all the races. No one has such harmony with nature. Shrug. Elves are no better or worse than any other race. Some races look at their cannibalism in horror. But for you, it's cultural and ritualistic. Nod. You're pretty bad. Elves can be merciless and are especially bloody now that their homelands have been destroyed. Okay. Well, let's be proud of our heritage here. You disagree. Elves are superior to all other races. No one else has such harmony with nature.
Well, whatever helps you sleep at night.
Okay.
Regardless, further study will be required. In fact...
The skeleton pulls a notebook from his robes and starts scribbling. After a moment, he pauses and looks back to you.
Sorry, do carry on. Just act as you do in your natural environment. Simply pretend I'm not here.
You're curious. This people, the Eternals, what were they like?
Ah, this is perhaps the first intelligent question you have asked. After all, one should always try to learn from one's betters.
Smirk, of course. That's what you're doing. Bite your tongue and let him continue. Actually, you just remembered you don't care. Let's bite our tongue and let him continue.
My people are a race far beyond anything that exists in the world today. We seek to master the secrets of the universe. We craft wonders to last through the ages, long after your crude tools have rusted to nothing.
Ask where these wonders are now, if they were built to last so long.
I do not know. There are rumors that some have been found at the Black Pits, an oil field on Reaper's Coast. I was trying to uncover the truth when I was waylaid by these magisters. But wherever the artifacts of my people are, I will find them. We have not simply vanished into thin air.
Wonder what they'd like.
There is a great variety among our people. Some are tall and lithe, others short and muscled. Some come in a variety of eye-catching colors. Others you can barely see at all.
Lithe. I thought it was pronounced lithe.
This is what makes you such an abomination, you see. You look almost exactly like every other elf out there, just as every human looks like every other human. Walking through this world is as repulsively bland as staring at a wall for a century. After a while, the very sight of you disgusts me. No offense, of course.
Okay, correct him. He keeps using the present tense when he should be using the past.
No, I should not. Not yet. Not until I know what truly befell my people. And, after all, I am still here, despite the Voidwoken's best efforts.
Change the subject. Ask Fane why he's so ignorant about the world.
Ignorant? I dare say I have a better knowledge of this world than any creature living in it. Oh, I may be missing some social mores or be unaware of what king waged which war, but why nitpick?
Observe that he doesn't seem to be a fan of history. You agree. You always did find history a little tedious.
Waiting for a letter is tedious. What I have gone through is torture. Your history is an interminably dull list of mortals that were born, achieved nothing of worth, and then died. Certainly one may have expanded his kingdom, or another invented some way of pickling fish, but what does it matter? Where will your kingdoms be in 100 years? In 1,000? They will all be dust, along with each and every one of your great heroes.
Point out that he's a scholar. Doesn't that make his job kind of pointless? Ask the skeleton what is worth knowing, then. Point out that he's a scholar. Doesn't that make his job kind of pointless?
Your people and nations come and go. Mayflies screaming their importance at a universe that cannot listen. But the universe is always there. The laws that govern your states change over centuries, but the laws of the world... Even when my people walked this land, a dropped apple still fell to the ground. I have yet to see the mortal king that can decree all apples must fall up from their trees, or order fire to produce cold instead of heat. No, these laws stretch to infinity. Understanding them lets you understand the world. That is knowledge worth having. Everything else is arguing over who has built the prettiest sandcastle as the waves creep closer.
So this mask, he's looking for... What is it exactly?
The Mask of the Shapeshifter? In my time, it was nothing more than a novelty. A toy, really. I crafted one for my child once. She spent the day trying to convince me that she was her mother, even though the face I used looked nothing like her. Of course, now that toy could be the difference between life and... well, it makes a difference. With that mask, I can shapeshift and walk through this world looking like any other simple mortal. I could look like a lizard, a dwarf, a human, any creature whose face I can procure. It certainly makes traveling through towns easier.
Nod thoughtfully. Try a toy or not, it could be a powerful weapon. Wonder how he feels about having to hide his true face in fear. Interesting. Ask how he crafts a shape-shifting mask exactly. Drop the topic and ask something else. Interesting. Ask how he crafts a shape-shifting mask exactly.
Oh, it's quite simple. One just acquires a face, a source orb, and combines the two to make a face mask. Combining several of these single face masks along with a source orb will produce a mask of the shapeshifter. Frankly, I'm amazed everyone isn't doing it.
Okay. Wonder how he feels about having to hide his true face in fear.
Fear? Please. Why would I fear these creatures? It's a practical choice, nothing more. Moving through this world is so much easier when you don't have to lecture some torch-wielding lunatics on the dangers of an open flame.
Nod thoughtfully. Toy or not, it could be a powerful weapon.
Trust you bloody-minded beasts to turn a child's trinket into a wicked purpose. People like you are the reason it must be recovered. I am using the mask to keep myself safe from the violence of this world. Who knows what evil it could do in the hands of some mortal witch.
Suggests that maybe there aren't that many spare faces lying around.
Oh, of course there are. How many hundreds of thousands of you people have died over the years? Almost all of them seem to have been disposed of while still wearing perfectly serviceable faces. It's a terrific waste. Still, without the proper tool to remove the face from a corpse, I cannot take advantage of the many cadavers you're providing. So if you happen across anything that seems capable of ripping a face off a body, please do let me know.
Drop the topic and ask something else. Okay. Take your leave.
Is it not enough that you travel with me? Must you speak too? Go on then, bark away. Let's see if we can find any method in it.
Tell him you'd like to go your separate ways, for now at least.
Are you certain you want to dismiss your companion?
Yes, you are.
Yes, I can imagine it might be somewhat difficult for you to forever be in my shadow. Go on then, play in the sun. I have actual work to do.
Okay.
You again? Can't you see I'm rather busy?
He lifts the corpse's eyelids, peering underneath.
It could be worse. Although they could certainly be better.
Say that you need a traveling companion, now would he like to come with you?
I suppose, circumstances being what they are, it could be advantageous. You seem more at ease in this world than I. A guide would certainly be useful.
Nod, it can work out well for both of you.
Very well. Let's be off.
Alright, save that. Let's talk to our
Yes.
friends.
Is it an audience you desire?
Tell him you'd like to go your separate ways, for now at least.
Are you certain you want to dismiss your companion?
Yes, you are.
Your loss.
Okay. So, split the group. Let's see what Fane and the Red Prince have to say to each other. Where did I find him? I should have brought her along. Closer.
No, no, no. There's an air of underling about you. You're not fit to parley with a prince.
Okay. So the Fane calls him a pack animal, and he calls Fane an underling. That's hilarious. And that means all the companions are going to have their own dialogue lines associated with this too.
Are you ready for me to join forces?
Agree. Welcome him to your party.
Off we go, then.
Okay, let's go back where we came from. Alright, everybody's here. Okay. Alright, we're gonna end this episode here. Next episode we'll head up in this direction. Looks like we can go all the way to the beach. Yeah. All right. Later, guys.